And we're live! Hey everybody, this is the Fierce Force and the Hot Squad team call. I totally forgot to mute you guys. There we go. Okay, so tonight's topic is I wanna make sure it's right because it took me a little bit of brainstorming to come up with this. Fitness coaching while full-time, city professionals working a part-time passion. We realized that a lot of the slides and information that we put together for you guys is a lot about time management. Because a lot of people on my team, whether it be full-time students or you work two jobs, you do work a full-time job, you have children, whatever it is, everybody is just so busy all the time. And Anna and I were kind of thinking like, hey, we're really busy too. So, but we have been steadily building our businesses regardless. Oh, I'm fuzzy. God damn. Okay. You guys can hear me though, right?
It's like
Okay.
You're getting a little fuzzy.
Okay, so maybe if I just don't move and I just keep talking.
Are you using a laptop or do you have your headphones in?
Yeah.
Can you take out your headphones?
Yeah, I took out my headphones. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Damn it. Okay, so basically what I was saying is that a lot of people on my team are either full-time students or they have full-time jobs or they have children. No matter what it is, we're all busy. We're really, really busy. And Anna and I kind of realized, hey, well, we're really busy too, and we live in a really demanding lifestyle setting. So we should probably share how we continue to grow our businesses while being crazy busy all the time. So we're going to get started. Do you want to open up that slide?
You see it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So then if, well, I don't know, because if I'm going to be talking, the slide's not going to be there.
You can't see a look into our lives?
Well, we can see it, but if I'm the speaker, it's going to keep cutting away. Does that make sense?
So do you want me to talk about you? Well, you have the also. Do you want to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Stop sharing then.
So, but then if you share, can I share at the same time?
I don't know.
Trial and error. We're winging it. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I can talk, but I mean it's your life, so.
Right, yeah, I kind of want to jump in. Well, maybe put it up, and I'll talk about my life, and then you could talk about the rest.
I don't know if this works.
All right, so anyway, I'm going to run you through, while you get that set up, I'm going to run you through what my day looks like. Okay, so I wake up at approximately 5 a.m. every day. Sometimes it's 4:30. If I'm not doing, 3 days a week, I do a 5 a.m. workout. Which is really freaking hard because my bed is really comfy and I'm not a morning person by nature. So I wake up and I get it done. And if I'm not waking up to work out, I try to wake up at roughly the same time, just so my body doesn't get used to sleeping in certain days, and I just try to have some sort of consistency all the time. I probably start getting ready for work around 6 or so, and then I have to leave for work at 7. My work commute via mass transit, which is the subway, the MTA, which is usually a hot damn mess. It should take me 30 minutes. It usually takes me about 35 to 45, depending on how crappy it is that day. And then I get to work at 8, and I work 8 to 4. I have roughly a 1-hour lunch break. Sometimes it's shorter, depending on how busy we are. And then after work, I'm commuting back on the train for roughly between 30 and 45 minutes. When I get home at 5 p.m., honestly, sometimes I need a nap. And I nap for only 15 minutes because if I do any more than that, I'll be up for God knows how long. And then if I'm not working out in the morning, I will get the workout done at 5 p.m. And then 11 p.m. sharp is my bedtime. Sometimes it fluctuates to 11:30, but any given day of the week, depending on the availability of my team or, what else is going on, our team calls, takeovers, team calls, whatever, I'll have team calls once a week. one-on-ones as scheduled, and then I also have to fit in my miscellaneous errands such as cleaning and groceries. And a big thing that also happens with me is that I live in New York City, and so I have a lot of people who commute in that I haven't seen in a while. They're here on day trips, they're doing fun things, and they say, oh, I haven't seen you in a really long time, can we get together for a drink after work? And of course I have this agenda and I have all these things that I have to do, but I also want to be a human being and have a life. So sometimes I'll have my schedule and then it'll just veer this way. So I just kind of always, there's always something to do. There's always something going on. So that's my life. And Anna, you can talk about yours.
Cool. So, I live in Chicago, a little less fast-paced than New York. For some, I try to make my life as easy as possible. On top of what Davina has, I have a husband and a cat, which you might hear meowing because she's like scratching the carpet right now. But I kind of have a sporadic sleeping schedule. I'm working on it. I've been working full-time for 8 months at a public relations firm in a corporate office. So this has been my schedule for about 8 months, and I feel like it takes a while to like get in the groove of stuff. So I usually wake up when my husband's alarm goes off. I'm a super light sleeper, and he keeps his he's so good about waking up. He can wake up on his first alarm. So he gets up at 6:15. I half asleep, oh bye, kiss him goodbye, and then I pretty much take a nap. I'll wake up by 7:30. My cat's biting my arm. I'm just telling you guys the truth. This is what happens pretty much every single morning. And then as soon as I am awake and up and I have my phone in my hand, I will start a podcast and I put it on speaker so I can hear it. I don't wear my headphones or anything. I put it all the way on loud, or if I'm smart and my little speaker is charged, I Bluetooth it to that speaker and I put it in my bathroom and I turn it on. It's usually either one of Shailene Johnson's. I've been listening a lot to, what's her name? The Platinum Edge.
Christine Dwyer.
Christine Dwyer. And then there's another one. But those are the two I've mostly been listening to. But while I'm doing that, I'm getting ready for the morning. I do my makeup, my hair. I work in a PR firm, so everybody's kind of really well put together, so you kind of have to have your hair and makeup done, which I know some people aren't all for, but I like it. And I'm make last minute throwing almond milk in my shaker bottle and a scoop of Shakeology, and I'm shaking it as I run out the door. I am very lucky because I just recently moved, and my current work commute's only 4 minutes walking, and Davina's probably gonna kill me. And then I work from 8:30 to 6:30. Tonight I was at work until about 7. I've been known to be there as late as 8:30. I work a lot in new business, so it kind of just fluctuates. I don't really technically ever take a lunch. If I need to get out of office, I'll walk to Chipotle or just completely leave and go do something. But I'm usually just warming up my food in the microwave, maybe go take a walk around the building, and then I'm eating my lunch at my desk. So I will get home usually around 6:40. Today was a little later. First thing I do, feed my cat, make a quick snack, and then I drink some pre-workout, because if I don't do it by 6:45, I'm going to be up for the rest of the night. And then I do my 30-minute workout. My cat's meowing now if you can hear. And then I have to usually either warm up dinner or make dinner really quick, spend time with my husband if he's not studying or if he's not in school. Tonight he has a midterm, so I got a little lucky there. And then I will go to bed anywhere between, I don't know why it says 12 p.m., but it's supposed to say 12 a.m. Between midnight and 2 a.m. is usually my bedtime. I get by with a little less sleep than most people, and I can usually function. And then on top of that, like Davina said, we do our weekly calls. We have one-on-one schedules with all of you. We are also both doing a leadership training with a life coach. Yesterday was one of them, but they're usually going to be on Mondays. And then, just cleaning and groceries and all of that kind of stuff that happens with life. So me and Davina put together 5 little tips. I mean, they're not really little. If you implement them, they're going to make big changes for you. But 5 tips to help you with your busy schedule. And if you like this planner, I highly recommend having a planner. This is a Shop Bando one. It's really cute, right? So going back to planners, our first thing, tip number 1 is to plan ahead. So I don't know if Davina, if you want to talk about how you plan ahead.
Yeah, so basically, usually it'll be Saturday mornings because I like to have, we're going to get into having a day off or work-life balance. But it's usually Saturday mornings when I wake up. I'll go on my Java journey. I'll find a coffee shop to just plant my ass in for a few hours. And then I will just, we're getting a call from Amber. Is she calling me?
She's calling you.
I don't know how to. Where did she go? All right. That's so annoying. How do I?
I think she called me.
All right. Well, now you're calling me. Okay. Anyway, so I'll take one day a week to plan. I'll plant my ass in a coffee shop, and I'll just be there for 3 to 4 hours. You know, you get a cup of tea, you get a banana, and they're fine with it. That's just how New York works. So I'll just sit down, and I will literally plan everything that I need to get done, everything that I want to get done, as far as my activities, my weekly activities that I would like to do based on what I'd like my income to be. And then, and I can share that resource with you guys if you want. Sarah Try did a banging call about it. So yeah, I'll just sit there and I'll plan out as much as I can. Social media posting, which types of posts I want to do based on what's going on, what workout that I'm following, what what have you. So and that includes Instagram and also my Facebook page. I'm dabbling this week about just kind of mixing up my posts so that my followers on Instagram are getting something different than my followers on Facebook. And I also plan out my power hours. A lot of times, it'll be of like 5 follow-ups and 2 new conversations, but some days it's just like today. Some days it was just all follow-ups. I had a crap ton of follow-ups to catch up on. So I'll sit down and I'll figure all that out. And then also the vital behaviors, which is so important if you want to build your business. I schedule my workouts. I have 3 5 a.m. workouts and 2 5 p.m. workouts, and then my weekend workouts. Aside from my rest day, my weekend workout happens at 8 a.m. I let myself sleep in a little bit. But by doing that and by knowing it's on my schedule, this is how I lost 50 pounds. By knowing that I have to do it, I'll do it. And then also with personal development as well, I was saying that I kind of am on the train a lot, so I'll do my personal development when I'm on the train because I don't have cell phone service. I can't really do anything else, or I'll like start prepping my Instagram to get ready to post once I have cell service again. But that, I think I jumped to another slide, so my bad. And then I also do a whole bunch of meal prep. It's usually not on the same day as my business planning. It's usually either a different day or one day after work where I'll just kind of make a whole crap ton of food that I can just kind of grab it for my lunches. It not only saves me money, but it also saves me time of having to run out and grab something so I can have an extra few minutes to work on my business. You have anything to add?
Well, I might stop screen sharing for a second so I can show you guys something.
Yeah. Did Amber ever get on? Should I
can you add her? I added her email on there. I'm going to start screen sharing for just a second. Okay, so this is how I plan ahead. This is my planner, and I carry it with me everywhere. It's huge, but honestly, like there's enough room for me to put my work, my personal, and my beach body, and I even put my food in here. So this is this week. I design it too because I'm a designer. But I always break it up like this is my work. This is like little things that I have to do for the day, mostly like Beachbody related. I like note when Omar's at school or whatever. And then I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner down here, and then I mark like all my water. I feel like it took me a while to get here, but once I got this, like I don't know how I would live without this anymore.
I don't want that put together for the record. My lists are just like in a blank note page. Like, whatever works for you, you know.
I mean, like this was like the very first week that I used it, so it was just me like making lists and like putting Post-its in here. But I really love this because I feel like when you put pen to paper that you remember stuff more. Same with like writing down goals and stuff like that. Where is it?
There's also this weird satisfaction of crossing something out on paper. Like, hell yeah, I just got it done. Woo!
Yeah, so like I have, like this is a future week. I just, when I know something's coming up, I put a Post-it in and just mark it. Yeah. And I even like do like grocery list and stuff like that, and I'll put a Post-it in here, and then because I always have this with me, maybe I will use like Instacart or I run to the store right after work. I'm going to have this with me, so I know that I'm going to have my list with me. And as far as like planning ahead, I think like making, me and Davina are both kind of doing this, like, but making office hours so we know what times we're exactly going to be working the Beachbody business has helped a lot too. My computer's going crazy right now. But yeah. I'm going to go back to this thing. Screen share.
And I'll say with my to-do list, I'm not as organized as Anna. I'm working on it, but for me, I have my to-do list in multiple places. I'll have it in my email drafts. I save it as a draft in my email so I can access it if I'm at work. I'll also have it in my phone notes, and I'll also have it on paper. So then no matter what I'm doing, I can look at it and be like, oh, okay, I could, you know, I have 5 minutes to kill. I could do this right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm maybe a little crazy, but it works for me. It's like whatever works for you. Like, don't feel like super pressured to like go out and buy an expensive planner and do everything. Like, if that's not your style, don't do that. Because before I was totally digital, I would remind myself like, hey Siri, remind me at 3 p.m. to follow up with Stacy. Remind me at 3:15 to follow up with Davina. Like, I would do that a lot. I still kind of do that, just because it like pops up and like notifies you. But I always have my planner open on my desk and I can see everything, so I kind of know. And I really love crossing off stuff.
And you have a lot of super cute planners. So that's going to be my New Year's resolution, to buy some super cute planners.
And I feel like if I didn't decorate it, I wouldn't use it as much. But I honestly, every Sunday, I take an hour and I plan everything out.
Yeah.
And this kind of like goes into our next tip. So when you kind of have everything planned out, you're going to be able to use your dead time more wisely. So like I said, some days I work from 8:30 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. I'm not constantly on and like in my creative designer mood. Like I go back and forth, and maybe because I don't ever really take an hour lunch. So like by law, I think I'm supposed to get an hour and then, you know, a couple 15-minute breaks. So I like break it up when I feel like you kind of always need like maybe you work 2 hours really hard at work and then you kind of like take a 15-minute break. Maybe during that time I'm checking my phone and I'm just like sending out a few messages to people. And I know who those people are because I know like I have a list of people that I'm currently like working with. How do you use your dead time, Davina?
Well, I kind of touched on this on an earlier slide. I jumped the gun. But my dead time is my travel time. I'm literally stuck underground. I can't do much. So the very first thing that I do when I get to the subway is I pull out my personal development book. Right now I'm reading You Are a Badass. So I'll read that. And that's usually what will get me to my first transfer. If you guys drive to work, I would look into listening to podcasts, or if there's an audio book of your personal development book, because you know you're driving, you're probably listening to the same shitty radio stations, you know, playing the same music over and over, if not commercials, unless you've got your iPhone set up with your music. But yeah, you know, that's time that you can just, and then you don't have to worry about it. And then it's also like sometimes it's really kind of inspiring too, because you're on your way to work and you're just like, ugh, but then you're just like, you're reading about how, you can be kick-ass and you can have people look up to you and just all
Yeah.
these like really empowering things. So then you just like go into work and be a rock star. So I really like doing that. And also dead time for me, if I do have to go out and get lunch, everyone goes to get lunch at the same time in New York. It usually takes about 10 minutes. So if I'm waiting in line at Chipotle, I'm doing something. Or I used to do this a lot when I worked in retail because I wasn't allowed to have my phone out on me all the time. I would have because I've planned my post already. So I would have my post ready to go, and then I would take a bathroom break, and that's when I would do my post. So like I'd be in the bathroom just like washing my hands, taking an extra 3 minutes to post on Instagram. But I mean, it worked, and it's what it killed time, and it was
Yeah.
finding time when I didn't really have it. And then for my longer breaks, such as lunch or whatever, because I went to a school where we kind of shoveled our lunches, and I'm still kind of trying to break that habit. So I'll get all this time, and then I'll really only need like 20 minutes to eat. But I'll follow up on the most important messages. I have my power hour set aside from when I get home from work. But the most important messages that are coming through, I'll take the time to answer them on my lunch break. And then that's when I also begin to prioritize my power hour and what still needs to be done.
Cool. And I think I kind of already mentioned it too. Like, I listen to my personal development when I'm getting ready in the morning. Because honestly, I mean, sometimes it takes me like 40 minutes to get ready, which sometimes it takes an hour. So that's a full podcast. And like before I lived so close to work, I used to have to walk to a bus stop, take a bus, and then like walk to work. So I would use that time. Like, that was my time. Like, I was just listening to like Shailene or, just, and I also have a few other apps that, like, I have Audible, and there was another one. I don't use it that much. Oh, iBooks. They have iBooks you can do not just regular books, but audio. Um, I think like other dead time things, like good tips to tell you guys is I think all of us kind of like end up on Facebook or end up on Instagram because we've developed those habits, but you need to stop scrolling and like make it more of who you're going to check in with versus just like sitting there scrolling. Like, if you are in the bathroom at work and you're going to be in there a while, I'm not going to say what you're doing in there, but you can take your phone with you and you could go and target those main 5 people that you've been looking at on Instagram and just go and like all their posts and go and comment and like show them love. Like, you don't have to be just scrolling. Like, you're not really going to miss anything. If something's honestly like trending or if it's like your good friend, like, you should be going to check their page anyways, but you won't miss anything by scrolling. You're just going to miss a bunch of stupid videos and sponsored ads and
A
stuff.
bunch of shared quote pages and like people falling on the ice rink, which I love. I love videos of people falling, but it's not gonna build my business at all. So, and I mean, I was guilty of scrolling. I'm still kind of guilty of
Mhm.
scrolling sometimes. So it's one of those things that it just takes, the minute you catch yourself, you just have to be like, oh, nope, got to get back to business. So.
You could even like keep a post-it on your desk, like if you have a desk job, like being like stop scrolling, like till you kind of like break the majority of it. So this is our tip number 3. So we do live in bigger cities, so we have a couple more amenities available than like there would be in some smaller towns, but I think they're growing. So some things that you can delegate are, and I mean, it's all about like your financial situation, your time situation, everything like that. But I usually use Instacart to get groceries nowadays. My husband started grad school about 4 weeks ago, and so we would always get groceries on Sundays. But now he is studying because he has a Monday class, and so it's really hard for me to like carry all the groceries or like just like find time because I've been doing a lot more time with Beachbody now. But honestly, this saves you like it saves me a 20-minute bus ride to the grocery store, or like 15 minutes depending on like how long I have to wait for the bus, an hour at the grocery store, and then a 15-minute back on the bus again, like juggling a bunch of groceries. And this app has just like really saved my life. But it helps me like be able to meal prep and like plan everything else out. Other things that you can delegate are laundry services. If laundry's taking up a big part of your time, my old building had, we could just give all our laundry, and I think it was like $15 to do all your laundry, like as long as you could fit it in a bag, and it was a huge bag. And it's like all your laundry done. I mean, some of you probably like live in a house and have your own laundry and stuff. Like, I'm so jealous of you because I still have to go to the laundromat every day, and like you have to wait for machines and stuff. So I think like us living in bigger cities, it takes a little longer, because I think doing laundry is like a 2.5 hour process for me at least.
It really is, yeah. And I mean, like, and I'm the cheap chump that like does 2 weeks worth at once, so
Yeah.
that's like a lot of laundry to wait on. I've got this like giant backpack that makes me look like I'm hiking the Appalachian for 3 weeks, but it's just my laundry. So
I have the big blue IKEA bags,
yeah.
and I had to like take two down because we have one in our building now, and then like another full one. Like I had to leave clothes upstairs and go do it, and it took like, we had to break it up that day. So my husband was home from work because he has every other Monday off, and he was studying for his midterm. And he's like, okay, go get the laundry when you're off work. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go get it. No worries. I was at work. He left at like 4:30. He told me this. I didn't get off work till 7:30. And luckily the clothes are all still there. But I mean, we had to like, it took like an hour and a half of his time, and then it took me like an hour to fold. Like it's just like time that you could be delegating, and you just kind of break it down like how much is your worth, like how much do you think you could be charging per hour, and like could you get a virtual assistant or something like that. And it doesn't even have to be house related stuff, it could be your business related stuff. If you're not the best at making graphics or anything like that, or maybe you want a logo or something, to start branding yourself more, there's websites like Fiverr. It's Fiverr. I'll put it in the chat. They do design stuff for $5. There's things like Canva where you can buy elements to make your graphics look a little nicer. And what's the site that does like virtual assisting? It's like something.
Oh crap! I know what it is, but I can't.
Like, I'm just not at that part where in my life right now that I need that kind of stuff. I mean, I probably do need it, but I haven't created systems to be able to delegate as much things as I would like. But I mean, there's so much stuff out there that you could do to free up some of your time.
And I mean, it's another thing too is like, I mean, I'm always conscious of my budget, and obviously these are expenses to go in. But even if you just delegate once a month, just start out just once a month or maybe twice a month, just to like, especially during like busier weeks, like this past week, you know, my mom was in town, I was starting a new job, I had to go to Super Saturday, all this crap, and I was like, I don't want to go grocery shopping, I don't have time to go grocery shopping, so I ordered my groceries, and it just made life so much easier. And it's not only making life easier for your business, but just in general, your stress level is like one less thing that I have to take care of, you know? So even if it's just like a treat every once in a while, or you know, it's definitely something to look into and to brainstorm how to delegate those little things.
This kind of goes into what you were talking about, like treating yourself. So like maybe being able to delegate something is you treating yourself. Maybe you go on Groupon and you find a Groupon for a maid, and you can do one day of maid cleaning service and just, you know, be able to have your whole place clean, and it was like $50 or something. Like, that could be like your whole sanity right there. Like your mental, like it's not, we talk about so much about being healthy and doing your workouts and stuff, but if you are not on mentally either, like that's going to just mess up everything too. So you have to
burn out.
And I've been there, trust me. I mean, when I was working freelance, I would work probably close to 80 hours, and I was trying to do Beachbody, and I just wasn't going anywhere with it. And it was because I was honestly spreading myself too thin, trying to do too much and not trying to, be able to let go and give other people responsibilities. And I just really wasn't taking care of myself either. I was working out every day, but I wasn't even like spending time I would be on my computer the moment I woke up. Like, it would be next to my bed. I would get on my computer, be on it all day. Like, I had such bad eye problems, and I was like, at my eye doctor, I'm like, I don't know why my eyes are so messed up. But like, she's like, you need to stop looking at a computer screen. Like, your eyes are super dry. You have to like, and you don't even think about that stuff. Like burning out mentally either. Like, you could be burning out physically. Like, you just have to, when you're so addicted to like being on your computer and like messaging people and all that kind of stuff, like, it will take a lot the first couple of times that you try to take a full day off. And maybe it won't. For me, it was really hard to like, I'm like, wait, somebody might be messaging me. I'm like, no, Anna, it can wait until tomorrow. So like, you have to like be like, if it just taking one day off, like, have to do what's right for your business and what's right for you. And that's my little spiel about that.
Yeah, and I just had like another little nugget that I wanted to share that I learned from Janelle Summers, who's a top coach, and Shalene's sister, so just by genetics is amazing. Um, for we have that sense of taking a full day off, but then I was also kind of talking about unplanned get-togethers or just little things that pop up, and there are things that you really wanted to get done, or you need to post 3 to 5 times a day or whatever. There's a way to go about your life and like incorporate your social setting while still getting your work done. And Janelle had shared that she, when she's traveling somewhere with her husband and her son and she wants to get some business work done, she will just take a moment to say to them, hey guys, just so you know, I'm going to be on my phone and my laptop doing some work for just 10 to 15 minutes, okay? And just by taking that time to say that, it like completely eliminates the feeling. Because I know anytime my mom would come to visit me and I'm on my phone like making a post on Instagram, she gets pissed off and she's like, "You're ignoring me, and your face is always in your media, and yada yada blah blah blah." So if by just taking that little breather to just be like, "Hey, just give me 10 minutes to do this, and then I'm all yours." So I actually did that the last time she visited, and it worked really well. She kind of sat there like twiddling her thumbs, but then she got over herself. So, just taking that moment to just, have that work-life balance and just say, okay, this is going to take me 10 minutes, and then the rest of the day. So that was just something little that I wanted to share.
Yeah, so I guess like a typical weekend for me, I guess that's just so normal for me, but I usually go to my friend's house with my husband, and maybe they're like, I know that they're going to play like video games, or they're going to want to like day drink or something like that. So I always bring my laptop with me, and I'm like, hey guys, I have this thing due. I'm just going to work for like 20 minutes. I set an alarm so they know. That way I get like, I'm on it when I'm there for like 20 minutes. Like, I've never asked to connect to his internet because I don't want that access. Like, I just go and do it, and I get so much stuff done in 20 minutes. Like, maybe I'm writing out my social media post for the week, or I'm writing out stuff like that, and you give yourself like that short little time, and then after that I go and like go to a coffee shop with them, or like just hang out with them. But I am actually like bringing my work with me most of the time, and they're used to it by now. Like, it was kind of like they made fun of me at first, and like, oh, Anna's working again or stuff, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to do this for like an hour. I'm going to do this for 20 minutes or something like that. And they've gotten used to it, because there's just like so much dead time too on weekends, but I've been really trying to take like and disconnect for the full weekend lately.
Word.
Numero cinco.
I think this is the last one.
Yes. So we want you guys to all remember your why. This is something that this isn't actually one of the things that we have. This is something I found online. It's really funny, right? So when you set your alarm in the morning, I'm not a morning person, so I like to do all my stuff at night, so I'm totally fine with like losing sleep that way. Like, I can stay up till 2 and get up at 7, but there's no way I could go to bed at 10 and wake up at 5. Like, I just can't do it. So mine would look a little different. But this would be like something almost like Davina would have. So
yeah,
I
I
wake up.
I have ones that Well, Meredith and I kind of share this acronym, and I have some Turbo girls on here with me, so you'll appreciate it. It's WWCJD. What would CJ do? Shirley Johnson. What was my 5 a.m. alarm says WWCJD. And then, of course, guess what? You're not tired. How bad do you want this? Get your ass moving. Mare actually shared a funny one. It just came back to me. When she was doing Insanity, she gets up and does 5 a.m. workouts too. And when she was doing Insanity, she had Sean T set as her lock screen, and he was like looking at her. So then when her alarm went off, that was the first thing that she saw. So she was like, oh shit, he's watching me. I have to. So, I mean, just like, it's these little mind tricks, but in the moment, they really do work.
And you can be super crazy, and on the iTunes market, I don't know if it's on anywhere else, but you can actually download the ringtone of like Sean T yelling at you and like wake up to that if you wanted to. Like he's yelling, like he yells in Insanity. But if you just like give yourself little tricks like that to like remind you, or maybe you set an alarm. It doesn't have to be when you're waking up. Maybe it's when you are supposed to be having your power hour. And honestly, my power hour changes every single day. So maybe I told myself today, as soon as I get off this call, from 9 to 10 it's going to be my power hour, 9 to 10:30 or whatever. Set my alarm at 9 o'clock and be like, do you want to hit your end of the year goals? Like, just like being like, oh crap. And like you change it every single day. Because if you keep putting the same one for, do you want to get your goals for the end of the year? And then you see it every single day, you're just like snooze, snooze. Like you have to like every single day, like what's bothering you and put that as, and it takes 2 seconds to put in your phone. It really doesn't take much. And your why is constantly changing too. Like, I mean, it's evolving and everything. So as long as you keep up with it, and maybe it's like lock screen on your phone, or maybe it's the background that you see every single day on your desktop at work. I changed, before I got Diamond, I changed my password on my work computer to be Diamond and then the date that I wanted to be Diamond by. So my password, every single time I had to put it in, you have to put those passwords in all the time. It was Diamond 917, Diamond 917, and I'm like, crap, I have to do this.
Yeah, I set my background on my laptop as a giant diamond. That was all it was. So every time I opened up my laptop, I saw the diamond, and I'm like, I gotta get to work.
Yeah, and I have like a bulletin board like right by my kitchen and living room that I see every single morning that I wake up. It has like every goal that I want to accomplish and just inspirational quotes and stuff. So I kind of see that every morning, and I'm like filling up my cup with my personal development and everything. So it just kind of like leads off the day with a good start.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever your why is, you can like make little picture collages for yourself. Maybe, you want to be able to spend more time with your kids, or maybe you just want to pay an extra bill every month. Just make a little snippet. And Elance, is that the site, the freelance site that you were talking about? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, just whatever is personal and meaningful for you will keep you on track when you have to get to work, and it kind of ups the ante a little bit to be like, all right, well, this is what I want, then this is what I'm going to do.
And it could be stuff like, I know working in an office, there's always food. Like today, there was Giordano's deep dish pizza, like just a free pizza sitting in there.
What? That's so rude.
Yeah, and so I mean, like, and it's like that all the time. And so maybe I haven't done this, but maybe I should set an alarm, like, when you get like a little hunger, like around like 2 or 3 o'clock, or you're just kind of in a slump or something. Like maybe I should start setting an alarm on my phone that's like, Anna, don't eat the junk food, or Anna, don't eat the free food today, because it's super hard. Like you just walk in to go get more water at the water cooler, and there's like a whole pizza sitting there. So just like even if having to post it, or just like something to remind you like every day, like don't do it. I write little notes to myself in my planner a lot of the time. Like, good job, Anna. You didn't eat that deep dish pizza that was in the office.
All right, so that's pretty much all we had, and this went a little bit longer, but hopefully it was insightful for you guys. Yeah, no problem, Marisa. I know you have to get up early. Have a great night. So I'll go ahead and stop the broadcast, and then if anybody else has any questions, we can take them. Cool. Stopping broadcast.